Hi, John. Thanks for coming. We're excited to have you as part of the Fractional Talent Network.
Awesome. Thanks, Kate. It's great to be here.
Tell us a little bit about your background, experience, and expertise.
So I have experience as a chief information officer at a consulting firm, pretty dynamic environment. Also am a CPA, have a lot of experience in finance, so bring together both the business and the technology sides of the picture. Most of my career I've spent working on end-to-end processes and process transformations, robotic process automation, things like that.
I love that. And having that CFO perspective, because a lot of times in an organization, the CIO might report to a CFO. And so being able to work together on improving efficiencies, reducing risks, automation, process improvement, managing of your IT resources and assets, I think is great experience.
Well, it's interesting that running IT, people used to think about it as wires and connections and just security. But really, it is leveraging what people do, making work efficient, making work reliable, making sure that you're complying to legal requirements, that you're meeting even sort of obscure rules like non-repudiation, which means that when you use data in your processes, you can say and prove to a court who sent you that information. So the CIO job really is very business oriented.
Definitely. And very aligned. And data, technology, tools, processes, and people are all impacted by the CIO role.
Yep, that's right.
I love that. Can you share with us an example of a recent consulting project and a business challenge that you were hired to solve?
Yeah, so there have been a lot. Some are really simple. Some are as simple as we had a process where we had a team that needed to redact documents. So what they were doing is using a PDF editor, and they were finding a list of drug codes in a PDF file. And then what they do is they mark them as annotations, and they go to each line and highlight the line and then redact it. Go to the next line, highlight it, and redact it. And we were able to write some software. It was a very small JavaScript program. And what it did was go through the document, automatically find everything, and redact the entire line. So we took a process where we kept making mistakes and really drove the mistakes down to zero.
Wow. Human error and timely, lengthy process that you're paying a human to do at an hourly rate that can be automated using simple technology.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love that.
Other processes that were pretty interesting is we had one process where we had around 4,000 invoices that quarterly we needed to download from various websites. I think they were probably around 37 different websites. And the data came in multiple formats in some cases. So, and people were getting on, they'd have to log into a website. In some cases, unfortunately, which you really shouldn't do, you might have had people sharing IDs so that, hey, help me, and you had two people downloading things at the same time. So that was really not very ideal from a security and technology perspective. So we wrote an automation. We worked with the vendors, the invoice providers, to get their approval for what we were doing. And we did have to slow down the speed a little bit of our downloads because we could download way faster than the human could. But we wrote a process that took business rules. We had the business take and list the spreadsheet. These are the websites that we go to download. These are the files that we download. And we looked into the websites themselves and looked at, well, these are the selectors that we need to get those files. And we built a process where they could say, when the invoices became available, they would save a specially formatted spreadsheet, and it would go out to the website and it would download those files automatically. And then it would load them and actually do some validation. So it was pretty cool. The people who were using it loved it. Actually, one person actually laughed when they saw the result and said, well, it's really finished?
Too fast.
Yeah, exactly.
What are they going to do with their day job now, right?
Well, now they focus on data quality, which is great, which is really what you want to do with automation.
Yeah, I love that. It's the automation and the AI plus the human intelligence to make sure that everything is correct and accurate going on.
That's right.
Perfect. I love that. And John, why is fractional consulting the right fit for you at this stage of your career?
Yeah, so you get to a point in your career where you're fairly specialized, and there's a lot of small businesses that need to know. They need basic finance, basic technology, processes in place, certain things that they need to make sure that they're secure. They need to make sure that they can be audited, and but they don't necessarily need a very senior, very expensive person on staff the whole time. So working with 4 or 5 clients over the period of years seems to make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I love that. The fractional model was popular for a CPA or a general counsel in the past, right? And so like you would have someone that only would come in as needed for audits and reporting and tax filings. And now we could also be that project-based expert resource that comes in just to help with a business challenge, a project or outcome, do the automation, do the compliance, do the auditing, do the workflow, process improvement, and then enable that company to do more with less people resources and just pay
That's
for
right.
the amount of expertise and time that they need from someone like you versus having to worry about how are they going to keep John busy and pay for him and afford him full time for a full year.
That's right. They can worry about whatever they do, and whether a telecom line is up or down, or how to get it back up, or the VPN is up or down. They can just focus on their business and whatever their passion is, and not these sort of overhead details that it takes to really run a business.
Yeah. That was great. Thank you for sharing that, John. I'm really excited about how a small business could leverage fractional consulting with people like yourself to fit within their budget and their time constraints, solving business problems, helping them improve their ROI, their efficiencies, and their processes by having someone like you come in and take a look at how they're doing things and make suggestions of how to apply a technology or an automation or AI or a process to make things better and smoothly. If your business sounds like it has a problem that could leverage someone like John's skill set and expertise, we'd love to hear from you at Fractional Talent to see how we can partner with you to solve your problems. Thank you, John.
Thanks, Kate.